So, how is this season? And I'll get straight into it. This season has been very divisive. No matter really who you are, if you're a flyer player, support player, tank player, DPS, brawl, dive, whatever. This season has been very divisive. That's the main thing right there, and I'll get straight into it and explain more deeply into it now. Starting off, from my experiences playing this season, I have mostly played DPS and tank. Support right now feels the worst it's ever been since dive has been meta for the past 2 or 3 seasons now, and they're just got more buffs heading into this season. And it feels like there's at least 2 dives every single game on one side. And whenever I play support, there is no breathing room at all. There's no time where I'll be like, okay, let me set up right here, heal my team. No, there's always a flanker or a diver on me consistently. And you might say, well, what do you expect? Are you thinking you're supposed to, live the entire time, not get bothered the entire time? No, I expect to get dove, flanked, all of that, get damaged, because that's a whole game. Whoever really attacks their supports and delays them has an advantage. But when it gets to every single team fight where I have to worry every single second about a dive deleting me in half a second, it starts to get pretty annoying. And I've really said this season, okay, I'm just not dealing with that. It's not like I'm a bad support either. With 4 supports, I've ranked top 500 in the leaderboards with them. I've never had a negative win rate while playing support. It's my best role. I even got number 49 on Loki during some of his weakest seasons in the entire world out of thousands and thousands of Loki players. It's not like I'm bad at support and be like, oh, I can't deal with dive. I know how to deal with dive. I have positive win rates against the vast majority of dive characters, except for maybe Daredevil. Everyone else I have a positive win rate against, well, except maybe Black Cat as well. But it's annoying. I mean, if I play tank or DPS, I know what I have. As a DPS, I don't need to worry about healing others. I just need to focus on the enemy team. While support, you need to focus on the enemy and your own. You need to look at your teammates, you need to look at your enemies. If they dive you, look at the other support, look at the other dive. DPS just feels severely more calm than support. And you might say, well, what DPS are you playing? And I'm showing games right now of my games of DPS. Maybe a Moon Knight, maybe a Namor out there, whatever. But it just feels like easy. I've played Namor a lot, I've played Moon Knight a few times, I've played Black Panther, I've played Magic, I've played Iron Man a couple times. I think I played Hela once. I mean, it's just easy. It's like playing the game on easy mode while I'm playing DPS. Hell, I'm 3-0 on Black Panther this season because DPS are so overtuned right now. As tank, I've mostly played Devil Dino because he's a new character and I find him extremely fun. I made some videos about that. But it's just even tank seems severely more fun than support right now. Honestly. Sure, I'm playing Devil Dino, which a lot of people say, oh, he's busted. I don't really think he's busted. He never has been. People are just really overreacting and listening to pro players and all that. But I've also played Groot and Strange a few times. They feel good. At least better than support. Because when DPS is strong, tanks and supports feel bad. And I'm not saying tanks in general feel good. I'm just saying they feel good compared to support. And as support, you can't really, especially this season, play any off supports. You can't play Ultron. Phoenix can now 2-tap you. Can't play Ultron into the vast majority of characters, but even more so with Iron Fist, Spider-Man getting buffs. And they're very good ways to deal with Ultron. You want to do a Jeff? Nope, dive meta, you're getting deleted. Rocket, he has got a bunch of buffs, but guess what he is in a dive meta? Absolutely horrible. He has 2 dashes and a wall crawl that got nerfed to his normal walking primary speed almost. Not to mention his countless dash nerfs and cooldown nerfs. All the supports they are buffing right now are bad into dive. Sure, I like that they're getting buffs in the dive meta, but it's not really going to do much in this meta. And with them continuously buffing dives, it's going to just feel worse and worse and worse. And a lot of people have been talking about how the game right now, especially in the season, is losing its player base. I don't think anybody really agrees with the patch notes either. They don't like them. Most people have major problems with it. Why are they buffing Moon Knight instead of nerfing his ult? Why are they buffing Phoenix to 2-tap in her primary? Why are we buffing Spider-Man's ult? Why are we buffing all of these characters who never needed buffs in the first place? And why are we continuously buffing the strongest playstyle in the game, which is dive and brawl right now? We've been in a dive brawl season, meta season, for the past 3 seasons. change it to something else. Because you're putting so much pressure on the back line of both teams that the game turns around to be, okay, who has the better dive? Because over half the support cast can be played into a good dive. It's just impossible, or nearly that. No matter really who you are, a game shouldn't be decided on, okay, is both of your supports top tier? Because if that game decides, okay, whoever wins this, both supports are top tier, the same also applies to both DPS and tank as well. Are both tanks both top tier? Both DPS top tier? Chances are, both of them aren't going to be top tier. There's going to be one that lacks compared to the other ones. It's just the way it is. Nobody is really equal in this game. And so if you have, like, let's say 8 out of 10 Luna, and you have a 6 out of 10 Loki player, there's going to be a discrepancy there, and if the dive is good, that Loki will struggle. And if the game is fully based off of that, that's not going to be fun for anybody if it's the same exact gameplay loop over and over and over and over and over again. Just target this person over and over again. Because the same isn't for DPS or tank. Sure, there's comms to say, okay, go after this tank, this tank, this tank, strange. Sure, there are comms like that in the game, but it's not like you'll get evaporated in half a second like support. Now, it can happen, granted, if they have high burst damage, which this game definitely has, but it's not nearly as severe as support. As Devil Dino the other day, I got frozen by Luna, then Wanda stunned 2 times and evaporated in about a second or two, while both supports were looking at me. And then if you look at really any dive DPS, they can take out anybody in less than a second, and with people's reaction times in this game, and with them already focusing on something, they're not going to automatically snap to that person. So why are we keep enabling this playstyle? And kind of babying to a certain playstyle and player base? Because we've seen this player count go down and down and down and down and down. So why are we keep doubling down and tripling down, quadrupling down on the same premise? We've seen how the devs cater to both sides of pro and more relaxed side of things. The average day person, with Devil Dino, you've seen the distinction. With the pro players, they absolutely hate him, think he's horrible for the game, etc. With the casual players, they think he's just goddamn amazing. I think that too, he's amazing, he's a goddamn dinosaur. And he's fun, he's so goofy. But you see that divide, and you really see it with content creators and the pro players. Because they talk directly to the devs, influence their decisions, whether we like it or not. That is just a fact. And if people don't agree with me on that, they're disagreeing with the fact, because if you look at really any content creator right now, pretty much 1,000 subs or above, they are directly talking to a dev in Marvel Rivals, giving their opinions and influencing their choices. Even if it's just a seed of doubt, a seed of an idea, that will sprout into something more because it's now in their head. And if you have all these pro players, all these big content creators spewing the same thing over and over again, like let's say Magic being D tier, even though she has one of the highest pick rates and one of the highest win rates consistently. I think it's number 1 win rate in all seasons with a number 9 pick rate. And then in Celestial and above, she's the number 2 win rate overall. Pick rate, I think, is number 11 or 12 out of 26 DPS, and she's been like that for the past probably 5-6 seasons by now, if not more. I wish I could go back to double check that. That's just from my memory though, but I know for sure it's at least been minimum 4 seasons like this. Now people are saying D tier. Watch her getting buffs now. Watch her getting buffs. Because pro players, if a team isn't absolutely dominating, if a character in more general terms is not dominating a game, they'll say it's weak. Oh, I can't get consistently 30 kills on Namor, he needs a buff. That's just a hypothetical right there, but the whole thing is true, like the whole feelings. Why are we catering to these people? We've seen what the game looks like when they cater to more casual players. It's way more arcadey and fun. Look at all the arcade modes they posted. Clone Rumble, 18v18, Doom Match, the Jeff's Winter Special or whatever it is. He made 2 of those. Those are amazing. Hell, if you want to listen to the pro players, they thought Phoenix was dead after her Beyblade tech was taken out of the game, which if you weren't there, pretty much she would go up to a tank and spam melee and I think another button to animation cancel it and consistently spin over and over again, which guess what? A kick exploded people after a given amount. So you'd constantly get bursts and bursts and bursts, which guess what? After each burst, Phoenix gets healed. That is a ton of damage and a ton of self-sustain, so Phoenix would be working as a brawl. How is that even remotely good for the game? So the devs took it out. The pro players said Phoenix is dead. Is this who we're really wanting to look after and cater to? Who thinks after a broken tech got taken out of the game off of a broken character that they're suddenly dead? She's been meta ever since she came out. Even now, she's probably in one of her strongest points. We need to invest more in the goofy characters. I know it's kind of a random thing to say, but the game is better when you have like a Devil Dino and a Jeff. They're goofy. Look how much team ups and how many emotes Jeff has. There's a reason for that. He's fun. He's genuinely just super fun to play. Both how the meta is, it's shifting towards more competitive pro player opinions. And now Jeff, you can see how he is affected by the meta right now. They nerfed him for some reason after being a secondary support and not that great, brought him into a dive meta for several seasons, and his win rate has tanked. Same with his pick rate. The state of Rivals right now is at a decline. It has been for a while. I'm not one of those people that say, oh, it peaked at season 0 and it's been downhill ever since, no good things. No. There has been a lot of good things in this game. Season 0 has a lot of nostalgia. It truly does. If they brought it back, I feel like people would have a lot of fun. It is definitely a better meta than what we have now. I would rather have high sustain than everything being really one tap in this game. I think you can really agree with me on that. And I'll wrap the video up by saying this. The state of Rivals, I do think it can be improved, but the way it's going right now in Season 8 in general, it hasn't been going well. It just hasn't. I've been less motivated to play Rivals, only playing with friends now. I've been playing other games, watching other things. I'm halfway through editing a book I wrote, which I plan to publish. I've been really doing everything else but play Marvel Rivals. Like last season, I played 5 games of comp. The season before that, about 20. It just doesn't feel good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video. See you.